Welcome to Bookshop Bombshells.
I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Andrea.
And this is a podcast where we tell each other about the current book that we're reading. Try not to spoil it because you might want to read it too.
Unless we just didn't like the book, and maybe you won't want to read it, but we'll tell you about it either way.
Yeah, I've been thinking a little bit about what happens when I read a book I don't like. Like, do I finish it and then tell you about how much I didn't like it? Or do my usual where I just put it down and don't ever pick it back up again?
I think it's... I mean, you could go either way with it, but, like, that's the thing is, like, if you don't like it, what if you like it, the ending, and you don't know?
So my book this week actually is a really good example of this.
Well, you're starting this
Yes.
week, so
okay, so
I can jump in?
Yes, so I can tell you. I can finally tell you what I've been reading.
Thank God.
So I read Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. Which I'm showing Andrea the book right now. It's actually like a beautiful cover.
Really nice.
It's like yellow and pink, like hot pink, bright yellow.
What's the guy doing on the... Is he running?
He's running. He's running away with a bomb in his hand.
Okay.
And there's like a little cat down there.
Okay, I like it.
Okay. So the reason that I say this is a good example, so I picked up this book. It sounds really cool when you kind of like read the inside cover. Mm-hmm. When I started reading it, I enjoyed it up to like, so usually what I do is I give a book a good couple chapters before I decide if I'm going to
jumping in or not.
Yeah, if I'm going to sit down and read this whole thing or not. And so something about this book really, did you ever read Ready Player One?
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
Read it. I had to listen to the audiobook.
We did. Yeah, me and my husband listened to the audiobook on like a trip.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so it was so just like, ooh, nostalgia, ooh, video games, ooh.
Yeah, like, that's kind of, I was like, it was fun, but it was a lot of like in your face. This is so nostalgic. You're gonna
like,
love
ooh,
this.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And so like it kind of was obnoxious, and especially when the movie came out, like it just became.
Oh,
did you watch the movie? Yeah, it was just like more obnoxious.
I've probably watched
nostalgia.
It once, but I can't really remember too much about it.
So I didn't like. By the time the movie came out, I was just like done with Ready Player One.
Ready Player 2 came out, and I was like, I'm not gonna mess with this.
I definitely didn't read Ready Player 2.
Did not. And we might just be those kind of people. It's fine.
Well,
if
and
you
so
like it.
Here's the thing. I like video games. Mm-hmm. Like I do. I grew up playing. I'm not like a gamer girl by any means, but like
I grew up playing.
Yeah,
my
like
PlayStation
Nintendo,
and my Nintendo and like my Sega. And
there are certain like RPGs that I really like. Like Fable is one that like I have played multiple times. Like multiple versions of Fable I've played multiple times.
Or my like go-to is like PC is like The Sims. It's like I'm just gonna build houses and create people and then build another house.
So I'm not anti-gaming. So let me kind of tell you a little bit about Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is a mouthful.
I like the name.
Yeah, it is a really fun book. So Carl is living in Seattle. It's January. Temperatures are just like well below zero. He had just recently broken up with his girlfriend. Her name is Beatrice. They call her B. She had apparently gone on a girls' trip with some girlfriends and posted a picture on Instagram sitting in her ex's lap. So he literally just like calls her and breaks up with her like immediately.
Ew.
So they had been living together, Carl and B, with B's cat. Her name is Princess Donut. Full title is Princess Donut, the Queen and Chonk.
That's adorable.
She's like a Persian show cat.
Oh, she's fancy.
Yeah, she's fancy.
She's long hair.
She's got like a whole room with all of her like best in show
trophies
and best in breed kind of like awards. I picture her, our cat Afro. I picture her like an Afro type, just like very beautiful,
fluffy,
but probably bitchy. Like
has a chip on her shoulder.
Yeah, she's just a sassy little thing. So it how the story sort of starts is so B and Carl are broken up. Carl smokes cigarettes. B never let him smoke in the apartment.
Good
and
for
so like
her.
after they broke up, he's been just like,
ew,
screw it, whatever. So he's been smoking in the apartment, but like because it makes Princess Donut's like
the fur
smell. Yeah, she like doesn't like it. So he's been like nice and like because he's still watching this cat like while they're like broken up. Like he's like taking care of the cat for her.
Still
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So he's like cracking the window open and like smoking cigarettes out the window. So he wakes up at 2 a.m. He's like had this like weird dream and he like decides that he's like gonna smoke a cigarette out the window. And so Donut decides, so he calls her Donut. I mean, her title is Princess Donut, but he calls her Donut. Donut decides for the first time in her spoiled cat life that she wants to be an outside cat. So he like is smoking the cigarette out the window and Donut just like darts out the window.
Oh, no.
And like basically like runs down. They're like on a second story apartment and Donut like runs in the tree that's like adjacent to their apartment. Yeah. She ends up getting like stuck in the tree and it's just like it's 2 a.m. and this cat is just like, I assume if I know any of my cats, it's like,
what did I do?
Yeah, like it's just like the most awful meow you've ever heard in your whole life. Carl's like in his boxers, and for some reason he can't find any shoes. Like so he like throws on this like leather jacket.
And it's like below freezing.
Yeah,
outside.
It's like below freezing. He throws on this leather jacket, and then he also throws on these pink Crocs that are his ex's Crocs because he like couldn't find. I don't know. There's some issue with his shoes.
So
and they're like 2 sizes too small. So he's like trying to get Donut like down from the tree. Like he runs outside. And he's just like holding out his arms, just like, come on, Donut, like jump into my arms. And Donut's just like doing her like meow thing. And then his neighbor is basically like, what's going on out there? And he's like, sorry, Mrs., whatever. Like just trying to get my cat out of the tree. And like before like the neighbor's like responding and before the neighbor can even finish her sentence, the apartment complex just smashes to the ground. And he just is like, what just happened? And like Donut freaks out and like jumps in his arms. Like
in
levels.
A press.
Like just
just
levels.
Comes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he looks around and everything is down. Like cars are smashed. Like street
like
lamps
a giant
are smashed.
just like stepped
Basically
on
like everything that is like man-made is just smushed to the ground. So like everything's like dead quiet and he's just like looking around with his cat in his arms and he's just like, what the heck just happened? And then a robotic voice just starts talking like loudly in his head. And it says, per syndicate rules, subsection 543 of the Precious Elemental Reserves Code, having failed to file a proper appeal for mineral and elemental rights within 50 solars of first contact, your planet has been successfully seized and is currently being mined of all requested elemental deposits by the assigned planetary regent.
What?
Have you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
No, I need to.
It kind of reminds me of that.
I
like
watched it.
when they're like, oh, sorry, your planet is being like, we're putting in a highway.
It's recalled.
Yeah, and your planet's being recalled or whatever. That's like literally what's happening right now. So the voice kind of just like continues talking in his head and informs Carl that any surviving humans will be given the opportunity to reclaim their lost matter upon completion of the 18 level world dungeon.
What?
So basically, it's So basically,
Dungeon crawler Carl
yep,
here.
the title's making sense. So basically, if 18 levels of this dungeon are completed, the planet will revert to the successor, which would be like the humans that live there.
Right.
The voice calls itself like an AI and like a syndicate neutral observer. And it also tells Carl that 150,000 level 1 entrances to the dungeon will be added to their world. And each level of this dungeon is given like an allotted time for completion, and the number of staircases that lead to the next level down will decrease by half, like each time. So you basically so they give you the option of like, you can like compete in this dungeon or live on a planet that literally just lost
all of its
resources. And so like, and I put blah 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 tutorial guilds. Like, there's other things that it talks about.
There's more things there.
There's more information. But it was like I said, like I was getting kind of Ready Player One vibes in the beginning, and so I was like,
kind of phasing out of.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I don't know if I care about this yet. So like Carl is like literally in boxers and like a leather jacket and pink Crocs with like his cat.
They're probably not even the fur-lined Crocs.
No,
They're, just, like,
they're the coldest
air-toed.
Crocs. So he basically like doesn't really have any other option but to enter the dungeon because it's so cold.
What does he do with the cat?
Oh, the cat comes with him.
Okay.
So one thing that he had trained Donut to do was like sit on his like shoulder. So like for a long time, like Donut's just like on his shoulder, but I mean that comes more into play later. But anyway, so Carl actually ends up entering one of the dungeon entrances because he's so cold. He's actually, they describe him getting like frostbite, like it's actually like a thing.
He's like really wants to be
warm.
warm.
Like it's below zero, and he's in boxers, and his house just got.
He only got that
leveled.
cold leather jacket on.
He's just got the leather jacket, barely any shoes. So as soon as he enters the dungeon, he starts noticing like things are getting weird.
Okay.
Donut, like when he looks at Donut, there's like an info box over her head that has like her name, level, race, and class.
Got it. Very D&D.
Yeah, it's pretty nerdy with the video games.
Okay.
So text is showing up in his vision. So when he enters, he's like getting all these like achievement texts that's like showing up. So he's getting like all these achievements that are like crazy cat lady and trailblazing crazy cat lady. And so he gets these achievements. The achievements and like the actual dungeon like text is actually really entertaining and funny. But apparently because he was the first crawler to enter the dungeon with a cat, he got this like trailblazing crazy cat lady
like
achievement. Yeah. Which achievements come with rewards, but like because he's like he needs to like basically pass these certain entry level things to like be able to open his loot boxes. It's it's video games. It's games in general because it is very Dungeons and Dragons. It's very
and like Zelda, you have to get to the boss chest.
Yeah. Like there's it's very video game. It's very gaming. So Carl then sees like this neon sign that says duh tutorial guild. And so like he's like, what is this? And like remember I said something about tutorial guilds. He was like, yeah, I've got to do something with the tutorial guild. So he like starts walking forward towards it, and it's basically like a trap. These like 3 goblins like appear in a bulldozer. They all have like tooltips over them telling Carl like what level of goblin they are. They all have like they're
just like specs of the
exactly like you can be like, oh, that's a level 2, that's a level 3 engineer.
There's no way I'm getting past that goblin.
Yeah. So basically he's like, oh crap, and starts running like in the opposite direction of this bulldozer with these 3 goblins on top. He's like running down these like they're like these kind of hallways of this dungeon. He finally, after making some turns, Donut is running after him. She's following. She knows.
Cat.
She's also scared. He finally sees a sign that says Tutorial Guild, and he actually, when he sees and reads the sign, he gets an achievement that says like, you found an official dungeon sign.
Oh.
He like tries to open the door to this Tutorial Guild, and a rat-like creature opens the door. He describes him like Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He doesn't want Carl to come in, and he's actually kind of confused because he didn't think the dungeon had started yet. He's like, you're too early. And he's like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm here. And then there's like also this kind of rule that like you can't enter these like safe spaces like tutorial guilds while you're being attacked by a mob. I don't know if you've encountered this in video games before, but you have to like defeat the mob before you can like before you can safely enter the thing. So the rat's like, you can't come in here. Like, sorry, you're being attacked by
the goblins.
And so while like Splinter and Carl are kind of fighting about this, Donut just like slips in to the tutorial guild.
Oh, Donut.
And he's like, and then like the rat's like, what the heck are you doing? Like, get out of here. Like, you're not allowed in
I'm a
here.
cat. I don't listen.
Yeah, cat's like, I don't care. I do what I want. And so Carl ends up basically, because Donut got in, he basically ends up convincing the rat to let him in too, and he like slams the door behind him. So Donut and Carl are safe in the room. We find out that the rat's name is Mordecai. It's a pretty cool name.
I like it.
Yeah, he's his level, like he's got all his stats. His level is 50.
I knew you were gonna say 50.
Yeah, he's got a high level. So Carl's like trying to figure out. Carl's played video games before. He knows the rules. He's trying to figure out how to like access his inventory, like get the like achievement.
He's trying to figure out how to beat the level.
Yeah, like he's like, how do I survive this? But Mordecai is basically like, sorry, like you have to complete the tutorial before you can have access. And he's like, what do you mean have to complete the tutorial? It's like, you gotta kill the goblins.
You gotta get through the goblins.
Sorry. And so basically, like, long story short, Carl goes back out there, ends up killing the goblins, blowing up their dozer. It's in a really fun way because he is like barefoot. Like, I think he loses the Crocs at some point.
Good for him.
So he is like barefoot, and he does get all these achievements for like using his like bare feet to do things.
He levels up probably.
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's like the levels, the level ups that he get are levels ups.
Level ups.
The level ups that he gets are like for bare feet attacks. So basically,
he's got all these special accommodations.
And there's like these weird, creepy AIs about like foot fetishy things where it's like,
ew.
it's like, ooh, you got hot feet. Like basically like your foot attack is like
hot
is
stuff.
So strong. It's it's like there's really weird like creepy things about his bare feet. It's really funny actually. It's hilarious. But yeah, he ends up killing the goblins. Comes back in the tutorial guild. And Mordecai is able to help him figure out, unpack his loot from all of his achievements. Mm-hmm. And so he's like doing all that, and he sees the trailblazing crazy cat lady reward. And it comes with, so he gets because of that achievement, he gets a legendary pet box. Which contained an enchanted pet biscuit.
For donuts.
Mm-hmm. And so Mordecai's like explaining what this biscuit could do to Donut.
Okay.
And like while he's kind of like, Carl's like holding it, looking at it, Donut just goes like, whoop.
And just eats it?
And just like gets it out of his hand and eats it. And we're just like, oh, crap.
What will happen now?
Yeah, so Donut turns into goo, and starts going through like this transformation process. So they don't actually know what's going to happen.
They're
like,
just like as an amoeba.
yeah,
type of
it's just like it's like a
situation,
pink, yeah,
different
and they're just like,
shapes.
oh crap, what's going to happen? So whenever she emerges, she's still a cat, which is good. But she has like a sultry voice.
Oh, she speaks human now?
Oh yeah, she goes, really, Carl, if you're going to insist upon wearing that hideous cloak in public, you might want to do yourself the dignity of putting pants on first. I can't fathom why Miss Beatrice hired you in the first place.
Stop.
So Donut is no longer, so her category when he entered the dungeon was pet, which meant like she fell under him.
And now it's not.
She is a crawler herself.
Oh, so they're like even planes now.
Oh, it's even better than that.
Is she better than him?
So I didn't write down what Carl's stats were when he entered the dungeon, but everything's really low. Like he's like a level 2. He's got like
He's just a baby.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything yet. So it's like you got like strength, intelligence, dexterity, and charisma. They're all like 2 to 4s.
Whoa. Yeah. What's
Donut's strength 11, intelligence 11, dexterity 8, and 25 charisma.
Those are really good.
Dude. So, she's now not only classified, she's not a pet, she's a crawler.
She's her own.
And she's actually like the leader of their party now because she has the most. Yeah, like her level is higher than his. So Carl's just like getting these notices. It's like Princess Donut has named your party the Royal Court of Princess Donut.
Stop.
And it's like Princess Donut has changed your title to Royal Bodyguard. Princess Donut has changed her title to Grand Champion Best in Donut.
Stop.
Sorry, Grand Champion Best in Dungeon.
Dungeon. I was here for Donut.
Yeah, I liked both. So I kind of want to stop there because like it is. Like, there's
a lot that goes on.
Yeah, like, it is a crazy book. So, one thing that I wanted to bring up, so like I said, like, there was a time when I was like, if I wasn't reading for this podcast, I might have put the book down.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that I didn't because it was not Ready Player One at all. Like, it was really good and, like, really funny, but like I don't know if deep is the right word.
There is more to it than just nostalgic throwbacks.
There's no nostalgia. Like it's almost like the video game part is just sort of a way to tell the story. Like it wasn't about that. It was so there was like on the back of the cover, someone had one of like the little blurbs that someone had written says this series has no goddamn business bearing so much depth and emotion and complexity under its body, gory surface. But it does so anyway. What a wild ass and unexpected delight. And that was Scott Lynch. And I read that and, like, honestly...
True.
Yeah, this book made me cry.
Stop.
Like, there's, like, I was...
You always pick out such good books.
I was going to read the, like, portion that, like, really made me cry, but I'm worried about giving away too much. But yeah, like it was a really deep, interesting story. I didn't even really mention that, like, as they're going through the dungeon, like, remember how I kind of mentioned that it's sort of like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Like, there are other planets that are literally watching the dungeon crawlers as a reality show.
Yeah.
And so it's like they have to do these, like, where they have to like do interviews for this reality show, and getting viewers is like a way for them to get better loot and better stats and stuff.
Yeah.
And so and Donut is the best. Like I love her so much. Like
I want to read it just for Donut.
Yeah, and it's a series, so I actually like immediately.
I saw the matching.
Yeah,
opposite color scheme.
I immediately went and bought Carl's Doomsday Scenario, which is the second one. And it's got Donut on the cover, too.
Donut looks fabulous on this
I know.
cover.
She's got a little tiara, which does come into play. But, yeah, so it's really good. it's much more than what it seems, I guess, is maybe what I'm trying to say.
Like, it seems like just like a gaming book, but it's not.
No, it's like
There's
about
a lot
people
more
and about humanity and
character.
a cat that's like kind of a bitch, but like even she has like layers. Like, like when Donut thinks she's gonna die, like she's super sweet. like her and Carl's relationship is really sweet. Like in the beginning, it's kind of like Donut is just sort of this like he feels obligated to make sure this cat survives, but then it like they turn into a team and they love each other, and it's really it's really great. One other thing I wanted to mention, the book is dedicated to, I had to read this because this is hilarious. Oh gosh, where is it? It says, this version of Dungeon Crawler Carl is dedicated to the star of one of the greatest, most inspiring, most amazing survival stories of our time, Fiona the hippo. Yes, I am dedicating this book to a goddamn hippopotamus. Sorry, Mom. Which you really should. There's like an end. What is this? There's like a bonus, book 1 bonus material.
Oh, yeah.
No, sorry, that's not in the book 1. It's in the acknowledgments. But he talks about like why he actually
the hippo.
But you really should look into Fiona the hippopotamus from the Cincinnati Zoo. Like it's basically like a really sweet kind of like survival story. So it's not just him being silly. Like there's actually a reason for it.
Aww,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So it's actually it was really good. I'm really glad I didn't put it down. I almost did, or I thought about it because I was like, this has Ready Player One vibes, and I don't want to do that again.
Yeah. That sounds like a really cool book series.
Yeah, it was really cool. I actually think your husband would really like it.
So he actually listened to the last book that you did.
Oh, did he? How did he feel?
So he was like, I was really like, he enjoyed it, and then he started telling me about he was like, I was kind of confused at the end because he audiobooked it.
Oh yeah, the end is very confusing.
And he was like, I was just really confused, and he starts telling me.
No, he can't.
And I said, hey. I'm going to listen to this now that you're done with it. I have to wait for my turn, and I would appreciate it if you just let me listen to the ending, and then we can discuss it after.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, because it is very confusing. I was Googling a lot.
He's the worst spoiler known to man. I'm convinced. Bless him. I love him, but he will spoil something. So I was like, hey, no, don't do this. Don't do this. So, but he can't get the next book in his series, so I just keep giving him things.
Yeah, you should tell him about Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I think he'll really like
that. He will. I think so.
So I went on this real venture on what I should read for this week's book, and I needed a feel-good book, and I had just watched a Princess Bride movie, and so I was like, I wonder if the audiobook or the book that it's so I listened to the audiobook. It's the same, but I'm not doing that for my book.
Oh, okay. Because I've never read it or anything.
But the story's so well known that I didn't want to
I literally just bought. It's underneath the table by you.
I
bought
saw it
a role playing game, or it's like a board game,
yeah,
Princess Bride.
I saw that and I was like, that's so funny. I just I watched the movie and then I listened to the book while I was trying to figure out what to read.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was like, I've been reading a lot of death lately. I need
I know. I was like, I gotta get away from horror.
I need a good pick-me-up. So I listened to that. But then I went on this whole I want a book that's kind of adventurous and but has comedy in it. And I got all these recommendations. But then I realized I had one on my shelf that I had bought when I worked at the bookstore. I never read it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have so many of those.
Until now. It is Tom. I do this every time. It's Tom Robbins, and his book is called Jitterbug Perfume.
Okay.
It was written in... When was it? Hold on, I can tell you. I'm always prepared. 1984.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've read any Tom Robbins. I don't know.
I never
know
have.
of him.
I knew his books were kind of those cult classic.
What else is he? Is there one I would have heard of?
I couldn't tell you.
Right now. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
But he has 8 juicy, daring, and sagacious novels.
Okay.
He lives in Seattle.
Okay. Okay, we got a Seattle theme.
And in the book... So, okay. This book has been ridiculous to read. I wasn't sure that I really wanted to continue reading it at one point. But then I was like, I can't switch books now.
I know. You're like, it's too late. Yeah.
Like, I will have nothing to bring to the table. But then, like, I'm kind of glad I didn't stop reading it. I kind of had the same... Weird how this happens.
Yeah.
But, so the book starts, there's different characters in the book. And the intro is all about, like, different vegetables, and it's really weird. It's like, oh, yeah, like, beets and, like, asparagus, and, like, you're like, what? What? And so you get through the prologue of it, and you're like, okay, let's get to the story. I don't care about vegetable. I mean, I will have a good vegetable, but... So it starts out with a character in Seattle. Her name's Priscilla. She's a waitress. She is real down on her luck waitress, too. And thanks. She's got another waitress that works for her whose name's Ricky. And Ricky, she's, like, kind of into Priscilla and, like, flirts with her and stuff.
Really? Nice. It's one of those.
Like, every character has, like, a co-part. Like, a cohort? Cohort? So, like, Ricky is Priscilla's cohort. And, like, but when Ricky's not working, she's staying up in the middle of the night working on these, like, chemistry things. And, like, it doesn't really outright tell what it is, but she's, like, dabbling with all these test tubes and, like, concoctions and things like that. And then the next character that you meet is Madame de Valier. It's Louisiana French. It's New Orleans.
De Valier.
Yeah. She's a perfume shop owner. And she's got Vlu. V''Lu. Vlu.
Okay.
I want to say it fancier, but I can't. It's in my head.
What
it's
is,
right.
Okay. What is Vlu?
Sounds French.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Vlu is like her assistant in the perfume shop, so just like helping her concoct all the smells and all this stuff, and like you just get to know these characters the first little bit of the chapter. It's nothing really interesting. The third is Claude Lefevre, who is a perfume company owner that lives in Paris, and his like co-person is Marcel, which is his brother, and he's like real weird. He's like, I think when you meet him, he's got this paper mache whale mask on his head and it's just like completely out there. I think he's just like an oddball, but like the reason why he's like so important to their company is because he's like got the nose for the smells for the perfumes that the company makes. Like I said, this is like, it was a lot for me to be like, how am I going to talk about this book? Like, I don't know, but it was cute. But okay, so that's the intro to your characters later. Okay. The main story is about King Alobar back in 1665 or 6.
1666 sounds better.
I think that is the...
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. 1666.
Yeah.
So, like, King Alobar has... He's like, got all of these wives, and he's this great king, and he takes care of his country. But there's, like, a catch. So, for his realm, once the king starts showing signs of aging, so, like, a gray hair, you know, less sex lust, like if the ladies of his wives are like, yeah, he ain't putting out.
Oh, my God.
Like, that could be a sign of aging.
Yeah.
So, like, so he, like, realizes he has this gray hair. And so, like, what happens is they kill that king. Because if the king is aging, it's going to create, like, crop destruction and, like, infertility in the land. And, like, all of these
What country
things.
is this? Or is this, like, a mythical country? It's not
it's
not
across seas. It's not in Americas. It was.
I would hope so. Or I hope not.
It's not. I can't.
Like, is it a fictional place?
No, I think it talked about real places, but I'm not real geographically inclined.
That's okay. I'm not trying to call you out or anything. I was just curious.
No, I didn't think you were. I'm just being real. Like, I don't know. But so, like, he's got 3 main wives.
Oh, okay.
which I should tell you about. So
Three main wives.
The first one, her name is Alma. And she comes in, and he's like, I like Alma because she's great with her mouth. I'm like, so this book has sex in it, but it's not like your, like, smut. It's more of, like, a funny, like, humorous, like, I can't.
It's not sexy sex.
It's not sexy sex.
Yeah.
It's just, like, it's weird. Like I said, I almost didn't finish. I have to just own it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So the second one is Frawl, which is like a really young girl, like in her teens, but she's like pregnant with the king's twins. She's cute. But then his favorite wife, her name is Wren. He likes her because of her brain. Like they can have real discussions about things. Like I think there's like a point in the book where he said he loved her good sense, although in that place and time, good sense was considered no more of a virtue in a wife than love in a king. But he really did enjoy her company the most, even though maybe she didn't have quite a good mouth on her.
Yeah, she didn't have the mouth tricks.
So,
or she wasn't a teenager.
She wasn't. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, she gets this gray hair. He's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So he consults with Wren, his wife, because she's the only one he can trust to be like, dude, look at this gray hair. What am I going to do?
Was she the nice?
She's the smart one.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, well, like in the ceremony where they kill off the king because of aging, they like give him the main wife gives him an egg, and the egg is like called a rotten egg. And it's got, like, belladonna in it and stuff like that. So it's just, like, a poison that, like, she feeds it to the king dies. They bury him. They get a new king. Well, she intercepts the egg. She cuts the belladonna out. Like, so, like, he kind of dies, but, like, it's not enough to kill him, but it knocks him out. So people think he's dead. They bury him. She, like, sneaks out. She, like, unburies him, and he's alive. She's like, you're free. Because he doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
And so then she's like, well, I can't hang out. Like, I have to go be the new wife to the new king. So, sorry for your luck.
Sorry. You're on your own.
So then he's kind of, like, staying on the outskirts of town, like, trying to figure out what he's going to do. Meanwhile, in town, the little girl that's pregnant with his twins, Frawl, she, like, comes out while they're doing the, like, king ceremony for the new guy. And so the prized possession of the previous king was this mirror from Egypt. Like, I don't even think they called it a mirror, but it was like, it was real special. So she comes out, she's like pissed. She comes out, she smashes it, and they banished her. She's like, they wanted to kill her. But
was she pissed because she didn't want to marry a new king? Or what was,
I don't really know.
Okay, sorry.
It doesn't elaborate.
Stop asking questions.
Or I don't remember. No, sometimes I know answers, so I'm here for a good question. She, like, smashes it. She's pissed for some reason. And they banish her. Well, she finds King Alobar, and he's like, oh my gosh, my Frawl. Like, let's run away together. You're pregnant with my kids. You're due in, like, a month. Let's go.
This is a great idea.
So they do. They, like, run off. They go to this town. They have to be really careful because, like, his kingdom wasn't, like, Christian-based. It was, like, not a singular god situation.
Like pagan or something?
It's pretty pagan.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of the surrounding towns are becoming more Christian and, like, not monogamy. What is it when it's one god? You know what I mean.
Monogagod.
Monotheistic.
Monotheistic.
Yeah.
Monotheistic.
We can do this.
Listen, we got this.
Monotheistic.
Yes.
So, like, they have to kind of, like, be careful about how, like, they approach people on certain subjects if they're asked things. So they go to this town. They're pretty Christian. But they still do weird pagan things. And they're there for, like, 2 years. They've never been invited to any of the Christmas ceremonies or anything like that. So they do their ceremony. And let me find what they call it, if I remember real fast. I don't know. I just put it's a Christmas celebration where one of the men got to be king of the bean. So what they do is like everybody in town gets together. They start drinking. They have a good time. But then they have this big cake, and they only let the men get a slice of cake. And there's like this real, like not cooked black bean. I have a picture in one of the pieces of cake. So whoever gets that piece.
I feel like this is like a baby shower.
It felt very. What is it in Mardi Gras? You have the baby in the cake. It was very that. But so he gets the piece of cake with the bean in it, and he's dubbed King of the Bean. So from Christmas to New Year's, let me tell you, I know it's real funny. He basically is like can be lawless. Like he can go to whoever's house he wants and eat their food, or like mess around with the wife, or like the babies that like lawless. They can do just whatever they want, no repercussions. Well, I think it was like a day or two into it, he realizes, oh, guess what happens at the New Year to the King of the Bean? They murder him.
Yeah, this guy
so
cannot catch a
like,
break.
I don't want to die. So on the outskirts of this town, there was like a shaman that lived there. So he like comes and he's like pounding on the door and he's like, go away. And he's like, no, you have to let me in. I'm King of the Bean. And he's like, I don't care about your silly rituals. And he's like, no, I need your help. And he's like, so like he ends up kicking the door in, and he's like, you're going to have to replace that door with a better door next time I see you. Like, it's just real funny banter. But the guy is like telling him like, listen, everywhere I've been, like people like, I'm not ready for death. I don't want to die. I'm trying to basically like stay out of death's reaches. I want to live as long as I can, the best life ever. He wants to know the secrets. And the shaman's like, well, so the shaman's like, well, you're going to need to travel far, and then even farther than that to figure out about extending your life. And Alobar's like, well, I can only travel so far. The world is flat. And the shaman's like, no.
Actually,
the world's round. The birds told me, the animals told me, ain't nobody fallen off yet. And he's like, oh, okay. So then he like sings this little, the world is round ditty like throughout the book every now and then. And I'm just like, what am I reading?
it's hilarious.
So it was actually like really funny. But so with this newfound information, he like treks off excitedly, and he leaves the village and he leaves Frawl. He doesn't tell her he leaves.
Oh, good.
She needs to take care of the babies.
Yeah,
anyway,
she's got some kids
fine.
she's got to take care of.
So
not his problem.
No, not his problem. He is trying not to die, okay? So he's traveling and he's getting real weak. He's hungry. And then all of a sudden he, like, takes a nap and he wakes up. And it's like, so, like, if you're, like, laying down and then, like, you get up, but somebody's got you at a certain point, it just pulls you back down, right? So, like, you're trying to stand up, but you can't because it keeps pulling. Like, this keeps happening to him when he wakes up in this field somewhere. And he's like, okay, what is going on? Well, that's when we meet the god Pan.
Oh.
And so Pan's like the Greek kind of mythology. Like, it's got the goat legs and horns, but like the person body. So
Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth. So he's like a main character in this too.
Cool.
He's like in and out of the story, but he's like, he's there. And so, he's basically like god of wilderness, shepherds, flocks, and nature. He's also associated with music, fertility, and the untamed aspects of the natural world. So they have like a little good chat, and then Alobar follows him to like a grotto. I
don't know.
It's like I picture it's like on a mountain kind of, and it's like a pond, like with nymphs in it, like naked, good-looking ladies, and then a little cave in the back. So Alobar like follows him up to this thing. I mean, he's untamed aspects of the natural world. So what do you expect?
Yeah, just naked nymphs.
So and like so Alobar's starving, and so he's at the opposite end of the grotto. Pan is, and it says so bad. Directly across the pool, in the mouth of a shallow cave, hunkered Pan, a wineskin on one hand and an erection in the other. In a rough clay bowl at his feet, dangerously close to the sizzling bulb of his member, were olives, figs, and feta cheese. With a jerk of his head, the god beckoned Alobar. The god beckoned. Alobar was famished, but in order to reach the food and drink, he had to wade through the nymph-infested water. Summoning his nerve, he jumped in. So I'm just like, the imagery in my head about this is just absolutely... Anyway, so he eats the food. He didn't have to do anything weird with Pan.
Okay,
but he does have a delightful time with the nymphs.
Of course. They sound hot.
They sounded hot in the book, too. So that's kind of your intro to Alobar. And then we kind of go back and forth from Seattle to New Orleans and Paris. And what the common theme is they all end up being people that are perfumists. Like, and they all end up getting these random beets. Like the vegetables.
So the vegetables come back into play
they
from
like
the prologue?
They come back. They like randomly, and it's like mentioned throughout the book. Like something about beets is always there.
Why is
So
the theme vegetables?
You know. But so all these perfumists end up with these beets left at their doorsteps or like in their beds or like somewhere near them. And so it kind of tells about their lives a little bit and then about these weird beets. So then it kind of goes back to King Alobar. Excuse me. I had to burp. So he ends up meeting a girl named Kudra, and it really reminds him of his old wife, Ren. Like, they fall in love. She is from, like, India. It talks about how she has kind of darker skin, just like Ren did, and, like, he is like head over heels for her, but she escaped because her husband had died, and when that happens, the wife has to be burned alive when they put the husband to death, like when they do his burial.
Yeah,
and so she was like, no.
Why would the wife need to survive
No.
after the husband dies?
So
what's her purpose?
They end up like meeting when she was like 8, but then like they went their separate ways, and then they're both adults, and they end up meeting back together, falling in love, and they go to all these different monasteries. Like they meet while he's at a monastery with monks and stuff, trying to learn like about how not to die. Mm-hmm. And then like they get together, and she's like, well, you told me about these Bondaloop people that like can make it to where you can't die. Like, I want to go meet them. And he's like, they were kind of jerks. I don't really want to. So like they go together, and they like, the Bondaloops are gone from like the cave that they were in at one point, but like you can still feel their vibrations and stuff. So like do this Bondaloop breathing technique, and they like bathe all the time. But they're doing these things, and like they live forever. They have to move from town to town because all of the like locals are like, these people aren't aging. They're like witches. Like they're chasing them out of town, or they're having to move before they like burn their house down. But since Kudra grew up making incense and stuff, like she's really into smells too. So all the premises is like they want to find a perfume that if one of them dies, like they can find each other from the smell. Oh. But they need a base note. So like it's like jasmine and citrus notes, but they need a base note for it. And that's what all these people in like Seattle and Paris and New Orleans are all trying to find the perfect base note for something. So they're all like trying to find it together during this story. It's really weird. It's really funny. But it's like it kind of gets a little boring sometimes, and you're just like, it's like watching a car on fire, and you're like, I hope everybody is okay, but I can't stop looking at it. Yeah. Like, I'm mesmerized. I need to know what happened. So, like, I'm glad I finished it. I enjoyed it. It was silly. I was, like, reading John some of the, like, sexy scenes in it. And, like, and just because they were funny, I was like, I have got to read this to you. But, like, and it's written in the dialect of, like, wherever the people are from. So, yeah. New Orleans is very, like, New Orleans. And, like, Paris is kind of Paris. There's, like, I don't know, like, he writes the dialects like you would think they were heard. So, I don't know. It was fun. Okay. I don't know that I would, like, read it again.
What was it called again? Jitterbug?
Jitterbug Perfume.
Jitterbug Perfume.
And it's got, oh, no.
What was Tom Robbins, do you remember where he was
fiction.
Was it just regular fiction?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But this is what was
I
recommended
don't know
to me.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I'm gonna jump to read it.
I would have rather probably, I don't think there's an audiobook for it.
Yeah.
And there's some, like, terms in there that I didn't like.
Oh.
But it's like...
Didn't age well.
Well, I don't know that it didn't... I mean, it's just not something that I would have written down or, like, to set out loud. But,
Yeah.
like, I think just for the characters saying it as the characters, it wasn't, like, demeaning or anything.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I would have rather listened to the audiobook on this one, but they don't have it that I could find.
That happened to me with Dungeon Crawler Carl, was I couldn't find an audiobook version of it.
But I did enjoy this in a weird way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I had to commit. But
yeah, I know. This podcast is going to, like, force us to read books that we wouldn't normally
Well, and I was...
finish.
And, like I said, I couldn't change my mind.
Yeah.
Because when I did decide what book I wanted to read, it was too long in the time span.
Yeah.
And, like, I still have 20 pages left in this.
You haven't finished it?
I was reading it this morning.
That's hilarious.
So I was like, I got to finish these 20 pages, and then I can start my other book, and then it'll be good. But it was so weird because I was like, I don't know. How do I talk about a book that's got different storylines for each character?
Yeah.
Number one. But, like, number two, it's like, it's not something I'm, like, die hard into either.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
I think that's okay. Because I want to say, like, a lot of the books we read aren't the best book you've ever read. Like,
those are like a diamond in the rough.
yeah, like there are so many books that I've put down because I'm like, well, not for me. Like
Don't.
like we've always said, like, life is too short
To finish a bad book.
Yeah, like, but I do feel like an obligation
Now.
because of the podcast
Yeah.
to, like, well, this is the book I chose. I chose it for a reason. I should at least finish it. And I guess if my review is, it wasn't great, and here's why, like, I shouldn't be worried about hurting the author's feelings or
Well,
I
my
don't
author,
know.
I don't think is alive anymore.
Oh, is he not? Okay.
He was born in like the 30s.
Mine is coming to Oklahoma City in February.
Really?
It's already sold out, though. You cannot go. I know.
You can't go.
We looked into it. Tickets were like $40. It was insane.
That's not bad, but like,
just to get your book signed, like
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I don't get a book with the signature
Yeah, I
in it
know.
for $40.
Yeah, but we did look into it. But it is, yeah.
I really did want to do The Princess Bride.
That would be fun.
But it was so close to how the movie was done.
I think that's okay if you want to do something. Because, like me, like, I've never read the book.
Yeah.
And I guess if it is close to the movie, like, I don't know, maybe you could talk about
Maybe the differences.
yeah, like
between,
how
or,
it was different or why you enjoyed reading it versus watching the movie.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But it was a good book. It was, if you like the movie,
Yeah.
read that book.
Okay, there you go. we got side recommendations.
What else? I think that's all I have
Yeah.
for catch up time.
Yeah.
Condiments and conversations.
Well, thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you enjoy our book recommendations or non-recommendations.
And hey, let us know what you think either way.
Yeah.
So, we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.